there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to watch another one of my videos. And to my subscribers, I cannot thank you enough for your love, your loyalty, and support. I do want to mention that at least for the month of March, the readings are going to be different. I've been guided to change it up a bit. So you're going to see a different type of, not style, but what I'm going to be channeling is going to be different than what I've been doing in my past readings. All right. So I will be doing it in this manner until I am called to change it up again. I also want to mention that I've launched my memberships on my website. So I'm really excited about that. It's kind of like where you get the exclusive content on Patreon, but I created my own Patreon type stuff on my own domain because I prefer having control of everything, and it's going to be a little better than Patreon. There's going to be a lot more things that I get to do there, to include live sessions with members that I'm not going to do on YouTube. And there's a lot of stuff that I want to cover in my lives there. So that's a big perk for some of the membership tiers. There are plenty to choose from. Again, I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. If you want to hop on that, check the description box below. I will have a link to take you straight to the membership plan so you can review them. Again, it's like exclusive content you're not going to find anywhere else. So it's also going to help supplement these readings, okay? Let's see. Yeah, if you go to capellawellness.com, you're going to be able to see the link right there to go check on what membership tiers I have. I also want to wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful month of March. It's a magical month, guys. Take advantage of these energies, all right? I hope you have a wonderful, transformational, inspirational week and month of March. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. How are you? Hopefully all is fantastic with you. I send you many blessings and much, much love for this week and the weekend ahead, as I always do. All right, Scorpio. What we're going to do here is we're going to see what's going on with your current situation, what the obstacle is with the situation, and what you are to learn from this. We are then going to obtain guidance from Spirit to tell you how to navigate, or to give guidance on how to navigate this situation, the energy surrounding the situation. We're also going to see what's going on with your love stuff, and we'll see what the full moon in Virgo is bringing you. It occurs on March 18th. All right. Remember, what comes out here is supposed to support you for your spiritual growth and your evolution of the soul. All right, let's see. I don't know why some of these cards don't want to get back in the deck. All right, let's see what your current situation is. I also highly recommend you watch your moon, Venus, rising, north node signs to get more of a bigger picture, to get additional guidance on to help with regards to how to best navigate the energy surrounding you. And remember, you could be stronger with your moon at this time, your sun, your Venus, it all depends. So some readings may resonate more than others. Oh, well, Scorpio. We got the devil. All right, we've got Capricorn energy here. Devil's showing up, and you know, devil doesn't always have to be something bad, all right? There could be a lot of things. So, man. Okay, here's the thing. We've got a really positive card at the bottom here. We have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, all right? So a few things. Remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else who's watching this. Keep your unhealthy ego at the door and be honest with yourself, all right? I'm getting quite a few things. You know where you stand. So what I'm getting from this, Scorpio, some of you, you could be getting spiritually attacked, all right? So this could be because your wishes are about to come true. Like something magical is about to happen. You know, it's like the genie of the lamp's coming out to grant you your wishes, and you're going to start living the good life. Things are looking up. You're about to move to a completely new state of bliss, contentment, happiness. All right. So for those of you who are very close to approaching this, where your wishes are going to be granted, this dude is trying to prevent you from experiencing that. All right. So it seems like either you're getting spiritually attacked, or there's temptations that are trying to pull you back into something. I just heard that the devil, or there's temptation surrounding you going back to drinking. Okay. That's for somebody specific. Okay. That's not for everybody. If you don't drink, then you know this is not for you. Okay. This could be a drinking card. All right. This could very well be alcoholism with this. All right. So it's like there's temptation to go back to drinking because maybe there's a lot going on with you right now. Maybe it has to do with the spiritual attacks, and the devil's trying to pull you back into 3D world. And for somebody here who's had an addiction to drinking, maybe they're trying to get you back into that. Or there's something happening. It's like, you know, something's coming, Scorpio, and again, your wishes are going to be fulfilled. You feel so content and blissful that you know something's about to manifest, or again, your wish is going to be granted. And because of all of this, either ascension symptoms are happening, or all these beautiful things are happening in your life, the devil's trying to pull you back. Like, no, Scorpio, you can't have this. All right. That is for somebody, at least one person. Okay. That is very specific. Especially for this person who's had a drinking problem. All right. It could even be where the devil's trying to pull you back into gambling, overspending your money, investing money in really poor deals, or making bad investments, purchasing things that are not in alignment for your highest good. All right. Addictions to shopping, addictions to drugs, addiction to porn, sex. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff, guys. It's like this guy's trying to get you back to that world, for those of you who've pulled yourselves out of it. All right. But that's because this person, the devil does not want you to get what is about to come to you. All right. There are others of you who are still getting caught up in the material world. There's like a selfishness here. There's an overindulgence in things. Maybe some of you are still dealing with drinking issues, gambling issues, drugs, pornography addictions, drug addictions. Like I said, there's still obsessions with things. Maybe some of you are still in toxic connections, and you're like being inundated with this Nine of Cups energies, like self-indulgence, like your emotions are imbalanced. Your emotions are all over the place. There is this sense of where you don't really feel content, but there's like an emptiness to you. There's a hollowness to you. And some of you are still trying to fill a void with material things, with sex, with porn, with drugs, with alcohol. Again, it's different for everybody. Staying in a toxic relationship. You know, Scorpio, this is for some of you, not for all of you, that this relationship is not serving you. There's a lot of illusions surrounding this. And you know, there's something in this relationship that is keeping you there. It's like there are strings attached to this. And you guys are trying to fill, some of you are trying to fill a void because you feel hollow inside. There's an emptiness there. And you're trying to fill it with 3D things. With for some of you, it might be a whole bunch of those things I said, but it's really about whatever this is for you, Scorpio. Some of you are trying to fill a void with these things that you know deep down are not fulfilling you at all. You know they're not fulfilling you, Scorpio. and this is a tough thing, because if you haven't heard me say this before in one of your readings, or if you haven't heard me say this before, period, I had an issue with that. I was trying to fill a void with material things. I had that issue what they call retail therapy, right? And I'm not afraid to say this, because we all have vices. We all have issues that we have to overcome. And my whole spending issue, it's actually in my birth chart, okay? It was a huge lesson that I had to learn. It was part of my karma that I had to pay. So some of you are going through something similar than what I did. For me, my biggest vice, though, was staying in relationships that weren't really fulfilling, and buying things just to fill a void, because I didn't know my worth. I was trying to pretend that these material things were going to bring me joy and all this stuff, and at the end of the day, it really didn't. But I got so far into the deep end, guys, that it got to like almost a damn near addiction. Okay. And I have no issues with saying that, because if I don't express to others what I went through, what I was able to overcome, then I'm not really doing my job. If I'm trying to pretend that I'm some saintly person, or I've always been high vibe and all this stuff. No, it wasn't always like that. That was a huge thing that I had to overcome. So some of you, you're going through this right now. All right. What Spirit is telling you to do, you got to break those chains that bind you, like that Separate Way song that Journey sings. So maybe that song is significant for you. Maybe some of you need to go your separate ways with a relationship that you know is not fulfilling, that there are strings attached to it, that you know it's not healthy. Okay? You are not tied to anyone, anything. The devil's trying to make you think, oh, you can't go, Scorpio. Or no, you can't live without me, Scorpio. You need me. You need that job. You need that salary. You need that alcohol to help you deal with your problems, to help you to not feel your emotions. You need that person in your life, because either they pay your bills, or you don't want to feel lonely. You don't want to go off and do your own thing, or whatever this is. Some of you are really avoiding the truth of the situation. Okay? You have to learn how to find things that bring you emotional fulfillment, that bring you joy and bliss on the inside. This is after you find your holy grail, the Ace of Cups. That's what I had to find. I had to do a lot of healing. I had to realize what really brought me happiness and what was really going to bring me peace. And that had to do with my mission and not getting so caught up in the 3D world, thinking that I needed this guy around to make me whole, or to make me survive, for me to be able to survive. No, all I needed was God to survive. That was it. Because God's ultimately source and supply. And when I found my Ace of Cups, I got to the Nine of Cups. And when you get to the Nine of Cups, Scorpio, you attract the Ten of Cups, the happily ever after, the blissful, divine relationship, the happy home, the happy family, material wealth, and emotional wealth is the Ten of Cups. But you attract that after you get to here. So Spirit is asking you guys, you need to start finding what is going to bring you happiness, and it has nothing to do with the material world. It's all spiritual. It's about your mission. It's about what you truly value in life. What do you absolutely love to do, Scorpio? What are you incredibly passionate about? That's what's going to bring you Nine of Cups. Let's see what you need to... Whoa, what the obstacle is. I was going to go back to my other readings that I did the past several months. What is the obstacle here with this situation with the devil, Spirit Guides, Angels? Galactic Family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I'm going to share a story with you guys, okay? If you've noticed, I tend to do my readings during the daytime. I will tell you what time it is, Eastern Standard Time. What is it, 9:26 p.m. on March 15th. My son, I had to take a day off today because he overdid it with weight training at PE yesterday and he couldn't move. So I had to take care of him today, and I helped heal him, and we went out to get something to eat, and we walked around our favorite place, and we do a lot of talking like we always do. And I had only done Cancer's reading, and I told my son, I really don't want to do any readings today. I don't want to do any more. I just wanted to take my shower, get in bed, and watch the Chosen episodes and just call it a night. But then I realized, as weird as this sounds, this guy was telling me, oh no, Jess, Scorpio and Pisces don't need their readings for tomorrow or this week. Just go do what you want to do. Now, I already had some downtime. I already had some, I already took care of myself. I had a nice time with my son and a nice walk and everything. We had a really fun outing when we went to eat our dinner, and I did that part of my day, and then I had to go back to doing my mission work. And this guy was like, you don't have to do that. But then you know what my higher self said? Well, Jess, Scorpio and Pisces are going to need their readings for tomorrow. Some of you are going to watch this the day that I put out, and there's something here that you guys need to really get the messages on ASAP. This guy was trying to interfere with that. So I had to find the motivation within myself to do the readings. So you see, kind of get with this, be careful, because this guy shows up in weird ways, right? We're not talking about addictions with my situation, right? We're just talking about, I was not expecting to stay home today and do my usual schedule with my readings while my son's at school. So I really do think this guy was trying to interfere with that. And I had to push myself to do the rest of the readings. So I'm hearing from my angels here, be very careful with this energy here, because this shows up in very unexpected ways. And that's exactly why I told you my story. Because this guy will creep in and try to keep you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. So your obstacle, Page of Swords. It could very well, for some of you, being honest with the situation. Being honest with yourselves. All right? Maybe you're dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. Somebody who's younger than you doesn't have to be. That's only for some of you, not all of you. But the challenge here, guys, is that you're really going to have to be honest with yourself, and you have to learn how to communicate clearly to others, especially if you are in a toxic relationship, you're in a very unhealthy, unfulfilling relationship. You're going to have to speak your piece. You're going to have to communicate clearly with honesty and integrity. You can't hide anymore. And you can't avoid the situation. So others of you, if this is not a toxic relationship, you have to be honest with yourself about what it is that you're doing that's not healthy. These are unhealthy attachments to things or to people. As I said, you guys know what this is. But even this guy is trying to teach you something. Here's a student. Here's the teacher, believe it or not. And I say teacher, why, Scorpio? The devil is Capricorn energy. Some of you already know. Who rules Capricorn? Saturn. Saturn is who? The Lord of Karma. Saturn is the father, the teacher, the planet that kicks our asses. That tells us to say, stop getting into these patterns. Stop falling victim to the devil. Right? And everything that I just said, all these vices and stuff, they're lessons for us to learn. There's the student. There's the teacher. Saturn. Okay? You guys need to understand that whatever it is that this devil is tempting you with, it's a lesson to be learned. And some of you are avoiding the lesson. Some of you don't want to see the truth of the situation, like I said before. All right. So take it how it resonates. This could also be, maybe some of you are dealing with somebody who is very hurtful, somebody who plays mind games, somebody who gossips about you, someone who doesn't speak their truth, or you don't speak their truth, or both of you don't speak your truths here. Okay? Asking lots of questions. Why me? Why this? Why is this happening to my life? Blah, 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 blah. That, you know, this is what this guy gets us to do. Ask lots of questions. But what we should be doing is going to God for the answers. Some of you might feel very guarded. It's like there's a guarded heart here. Again, this is for some of you, not for all of you. Putting up walls. Again, that because some people who don't want to deal with their emotions, they put up walls when they're blocking their heart, when they're not being honest with themselves and others. They're dealing with underlying reasons, and that stems from having a hard time being vulnerable and not opening their heart. It's like the heart chakra is severely blocked here for some of you. So this is a time for you guys for some to, understand that when you have your heart chakra blocked, you're going to start to fall into these tendencies, and this is who rules you at the end of the day. The devil takes control of you when you have that guarded heart and you have that wall up. And if you're dealing with somebody who's immature, who speaks harshly to you, who's not being honest, again, playing mind games, that's unhealthy. That is not part of a healthy relationship. So if you guys are dealing with somebody who's playing mind games with you, you got to cut this person out. You got to learn to let go and let God. You're resisting letting go of the material world and tapping more into your spiritual world. Some of you know deep down inside, you living this life that's consumed by the 3D world, materialism, the addictions, the unhealthy attachments to things, everything that I just said. I just lost my train of thought. See what happens? Some of you are afraid to let go of all that stuff because it's all you've ever known. Some of you are afraid, thinking, is God really going to back me up? Is this spirituality thing really going to work for me? Am I really going to see a turnaround in my life? Well, let me tell you, remember the story that I told you about before, especially with my issue with material things? When I really looked at it from a different perspective, I said, you know what? I need to learn some huge lessons. And the Page of Swords learns lessons. It's a lot of lesson learning here. Do some research, analyze, go within and say, what am I doing? When I did that, I had an epiphany. And I started to realize, oh my gosh, I have this karmic pattern. I'm not happy with myself. I don't feel whole on the inside. Why am I thinking that the devil rules my life? What happened was my connection with God was totally, I was losing that connection with God. I'm thinking losing my religion. In a sense I did, because I grew up Catholic, and I don't consider myself Catholic anymore. If anything, it's more spiritual, but there's still Jesus Christ there in my life and Christianity, but I'm not tied to a religion anymore. And what happened was I was tying myself to this energy right here. And it was really what was causing me to live an unfulfilling life. And I never really was content. until I got to center and I meditated on it. And I said, what am I doing? What am I doing? And then when God showed me the light and he said, Jess, you need to let go of this. You have to understand that I'm your source and supply, that I create the possible from the impossible, that I'm always going to be there. And it's exactly what I learned big time. So some of you have to really start learning how to let go. Letting go of the material world is going to be a very challenging thing for quite a few of you. But you know what? This is what's going to set you free. It's exactly what happened to me. Your life is going to change in such a drastic way, Scorpio, when you let go of the material world and you start praying more to God and start asking God more for help. Then you're going to see the miracles and the blessings that God has for you. And it's going to be, how did this even happen? But that's because God does stuff that humans cannot do. And that's why when we surrender to God, when we just let him handle things and we do our part, we start to see that we have built this really strong relationship and we're co-creating with God. And we're realizing that life can be blissful and peaceful and less stressful than it is for a lot of people when you just surrender everything to God. Some of you have an issue with resisting temptation. You know that there's a better world out there for you, but some of you are stalling. It's like delay tactics, because you guys are uncertain about what's going to happen when you fully listen to that divine guidance and you let go. But again, I use my account for a purpose. My experience, the world that I live in now, even with everything going on the outside, it didn't affect me. And I'm not saying I'm not acknowledging what's going on outside. I'm not saying that, it's not like I don't have any compassion. That's not it. It's just that I know what's going on and I make sure I'm at least in the know with what's going on in the world, but I don't let it affect my vibration. And I just continue to pray and I continue to stay in my elevated state. Why? Because people rely on our energy so that we can lift each other up. That's what we're here for. When we're dealing with a lot of people who are low vibrational, who are like tied to the devil here, we're emitting more dark energy than we think we are. It's more negative than positive. So a lot of you are going to have to understand that if you actually want things to change, not only in your life, it's like I was talking to Julie about this today or yesterday in our walk, what Michael Jackson talked about in his Man in the Mirror song. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. It starts with us. It doesn't start outside of us. It starts within us. When we heal, all are healed. But if we are living a life where we're caught in this material world and the devil's controlling us, there's no way this world is going to get any better. It's all about frequency. If you're emitting these negative energies, your environment becomes more negative and stressful and scary and fearful and all this stuff. And then everyone else is going to start doing the same thing. And then we give more power to the devil. And then what happens? That's why we see the world the way it is right now. So you really got to look at this and say to yourself, I have to go within. I had to remove myself from the chaos of the world. The three 3D world. What's going on out there, guys, is an illusion. And I'm not downplaying on people who are losing their lives and stuff. No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you would really go within and talk to God about this and see what your inner self tells you, your higher self tells you, a lot of things are going to be revealed to you. You're going to get the solutions to whatever issues you are dealing with. Especially with fear for some of you. Some of you are so overly consumed by fear. When you have God fully in your life, you don't fear anything. And that is a superpower. I know for me, I used to get anxious and worry, and I was afraid of things. But that's what the devil wants you to believe. The fear is a demonic spirit. The more we give into fear, the more power we give to the devil, the less power we give to God. Who are we going to give the power to? It's such a different life, guys, when you don't live a life in fear, worry, and anxiety. When you have that much faith in God, it changes your world forever. And that is going to help other people to change, and it's going to help the world to change. So let's see what the lesson is here. What is the lesson to be learned here? Yeah, I mean, if the devil came out, Scorpio, I guess there's a reason why they said, just go finish the water signs. Well, okay. It's so funny when this happens, Scorpio. There's another message coming in. I will get to that in a little bit. Okay, I will get to it in a little bit because it's for somebody else specific. Knight of Swords. You can't rush everything. You can't control everything. You can't be here one day, gone the next. You can't be saying, okay, I'm going to give up the 3D world. Oh my God, wait, this is scary. I can't, nope. And then the devil pulls you back in, and then you're like, you're going back to square one. But then you're starting to experience negative things again. This is about being laser focused on what it is you need to be working on. You got to stop stalling. You got to stop resisting. Because again, you know that whatever this devil is for you, it is not for your highest good. It is not going to get you to the place of paradise. It will not have your blessings and miracles and abundance come in. Giving power to this right here blocks everything that God has waiting for you. Everything. So you guys are going to have to really start committing yourselves and saying, okay, you know, I can't rush my healing. I can't avoid the situation. I can't just be here one day, gone the next. I have to stay committed to this, whatever this is. And if some of you are dealing with somebody, see, there's an air sign here because now we have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. If some of you are dealing with somebody who is coming in and out of your life, they're hurtful. They are mentally abusive, emotionally abusive, verbally abusive. Somebody here is dealing with somebody who's very verbally abusive. This is like Page of Swords, Knight of Swords energy. All right, because swords, we talk about communication, words, that type of thing, right? Someone could be like very sarcastic too, because Page of Swords and Knight of Swords, the shadow side of those cards, they're very sarcastic individuals. And you're the one being sarcastic. It depends. But if you're dealing with somebody who's like this is an out of control person, someone really rude and just is a bully and really brash and brazen, like doesn't really care about people's emotions at all and likes to run over people. This is the fastest energy in all of tarot, guys. Somebody here is just reckless. It's like they start, you know, galloping around and they don't care what their sword hits, and they don't care, you know, who they run over. None of that. This person tends to have no heart when they do this. Very impulsive. Okay? Very insincere. So if you're dealing with somebody like this, Scorpio, you know this is not for your highest good. They could be a trickster, very manipulative, all right? It's a magician right here. Manipulating you with the mind. Gaslighting. I'm hearing gaslighting, okay? Hoovering, whatever. Ghosting, perhaps, but that's more of like a King of Cups in the reverse energy, but take it how it resonates. But somebody's really trying to manipulate you with words, because we've got these people here, the Knight and the Page. There's also poor communication with this. All right. Again, some of you have to really communicate clearly. But I'm getting there's somebody here who's just like, oh my gosh, their energies are just really toxic here. They're not, or their energies are just way low vibrational with the insincereness and being hurtful and stuff like that, rude. Somebody who really tries to control you, tries to manipulate you, especially playing mind games or with words or whatever this is, being abusive. Okay? No. You do not have to deal with that, Scorpio. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And for others of you who are not dealing with a person who's like this is, again, you need to save yourself. You can't expect somebody to come in and save you. All right? God will help you when you help yourself first. You do your part and God does the rest, like I talked about. You have to really be focused on your mission and know that you need to do the right thing, the thing that is for your highest good. Be that go-getter. Say, this is what I want. I'm going to go after it. Gung-ho. All right? You are the one who's ultimately responsible for your happiness, your well-being, your abundance, your success. Because you have to understand, this is Gemini energy. There's a lot with the communication here. All right? Or you're dealing with a Gemini. Some of you are really dealing with an air sign. But, and it could very well be a Gemini. But you have to understand that you have what it takes. I'm hearing you're ready for this. So go after whatever this is. Go tell yourself, you know what? I can't let the devil control me anymore. I have to do something about this. You have the magic within you to make things happen, Scorpio. The tools that God gave you, you were given when you were born. It's just that when we get older, we don't know how to use them. But God shows us how to use them. Some other people who are in alignment with their other selves, they show others how to use the tools that they were given. All right? Your thoughts create your reality. Watch your thoughts. With all this Knight and Page energy, this air energy, be careful with what you are thinking. If you're so low vibrational and it's like you have all these low thoughts about yourself, this could even be a serious issue with doubting yourself and really thinking low of yourself. Like some super sabotage here with words. Self-sabotage, I should say. It could be you. Maybe it's not even a person. Again, take it how it resonates. But you have to be careful with your thoughts. Your thoughts create your reality. Some of you keep hearing this, but they do. You have everything in your power to create the life that you want. But you have to do something about it. You have to take the initiative. You have to take inspired action. Whatever ideas, thoughts, things that come into your mind, don't second guess it. Don't doubt it, because those are epiphanies. Those are things coming from God. And when you take inspired action and you're like, okay, I'm going, I'm going to be laser focused on my mission. Whatever it is God is telling me to do, watch the magic unfold when you do that. Things start to change. Miracles start to happen. That's, I mean, if you're doubting this, have you even tried it? Have you even attempted to try this on a consistent basis? Again, you can't go be here one day, do it one day, and then not do it the next. You have to be super focused on this. Learn how to better manifest. Your vibration has to be in a high vibrational state in order for you to manifest. But again, you have to be super focused on what it is that you want. You have to communicate clearly to God and to the universe what it is that you want. Be specific. Give details. This is details with the Page of Swords. And then you take action. You start to create things. You work your magic, and God takes care of what is seemingly impossible to humans. And it's not impossible to God. So the other message I'm getting here, somebody is either procrastinating or giving into fear with communicating the truth or something, or they have a strong desire to communicate with you, or it's you, Scorpio, who has a very strong desire to communicate the truth to someone, to save somebody's day, maybe. To come in fast. Like, this is beyond fast energy with the Page and the Knight of Swords here. And with the Magician too, in a sense, because it is Gemini, it is air energy. And Magician, like a magic wand, it's like abracadabra, poof. And then there you go. This is the speed in which this communication's coming in, or the speed in which this person knows that they need to communicate with somebody. Speaking their truth. Sudden changes happening, knowing that this truth that comes in, this letter, communication, text, call, whatever it is that comes in, it's going to change the game, I heard. There's a sudden drastic life change here when this communication comes in. Either you're going to receive it, Scorpio, or you're the one who's going to be communicating this to somebody. It's like somebody has been given the green light. Somebody's saying, go, Scorpio, you need to go. And maybe the devil has been keeping you from doing this. Maybe a little bit of fear is coming in. Temptation's coming in again. Yeah, somebody's being tempted to not go forward with this communication, even though God has told you to do that. Because you're ready, Scorpio. Don't give in to whatever these energies are. If this is not a strong desire to come in, and this is holding you back, you got to cut that devil off, because God's already told you. You are ready, Scorpio, to come forward with this communication. You've been trying to manifest this or a connection or something like that. You have what you need already. You have what it takes. You got to take inspired action. And it's like you've already been given the green light, Scorpio. It's time for you to go. I'm hearing. It's time for you to go. Somebody here, I got this in a live 2 weeks ago. It was from somebody whose username was a Pisces. I don't know why this is coming in, because this is Scorpio's reading. Maybe there's a Pisces who has Scorpio in their chart, or either way, there's Pisces and Scorpio in the chart. I'm hearing again from my angels, somebody keeps seeing this Knight of Swords. It keeps hearing the same message. And this person in my life, whose handle was Pisces, I had said the same thing to this person. Maybe this person's watching this. That they already know what to do. That they've been given the green light and they need to go. Without hesitation, without fear. To communicate with somebody. To make a move. To take action like yesterday. Because you're ready. You already have everything that you need. There's nothing more for you to do, Scorpio. Whoever this is, you're ready. And you keep seeing this Knight of Swords pop up. Maybe the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. Who knows? All right. That was for one person. All right. Let's see what the guidance is. What guidance do we have for Scorpio? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. We have the creativity card. Let's see, is it gonna... This is the only thing I don't like when I do readings at night here, because then it won't focus. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. But I think you guys can kind of see it, right? It says creativity, guys. You got to trust me on this. Maybe some of you can see better than I can. So, and then we have self-acceptance at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you can kind of see some of that, all right? There's the self-acceptance card. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything. I don't know why it won't do it. I tested it earlier. Anyway, I don't want to get hung up on that. I think you guys can tell. Number 4. Some of you got to tap into your creative side, your divine feminine side. Because your distorted masculine is getting the best of you. For creativity, we have Lady's Mantle enhances fertility, feminine healing, and a connection to the divine feminine. Carnelian promotes creativity and fertility. Creativity is not just something that is nice to have in your life. Creativity is your birthright, and it is also one of the most basic drives in human beings. Sadly, our culture does not value creativity and views it as an indulgent pastime. Heal your creative self by falling into the arms of the divine feminine. I am a creative being and actively feed my creative self through the arts and through nature. I express my creative being with passion and confidence. See, I was talking about what you guys love to do, what you're passionate about, and you guys have been getting this message on and off, okay? This is going to help you with this. The material world is not going to bring you fulfillment, bliss, happiness, and awesome life. It's not. It's this. It's tapping more into these creative energies. I talked about doing what it is you absolutely love to do. With self-acceptance, witch hazel harmonizes opposites and encourages the acceptance of individuality. Goldstone, which is the crystal that will help you with this, helps with attaining goals and recognizing one's value. The journey to self-acceptance can be challenging. Humans are contradictory creatures who seek order. Reconcile your seemingly opposing qualities and find the common root. Overcome society's brainwashing, the devil, and accept that you are enough. You have value. The trek to achieve self-acceptance is worth it. You are worth it. I accept myself as I am. I recognize my contrary nature and revel in the creative chaos that is my soul. I am enough. See, and it says creative chaos down there. Creativity is showing up again in this, at the bottom of the deck too. Okay, if I could talk properly. Alrighty. So we're going to get another guidance card. What else? What else do we have for Scorpio, spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians? Please and thank you. Oh boy. Okay. Quite a few came out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Protection. Strong protective magic for the family and the home. This is telling me you guys are protected, all right? This whole devil energy is trying to creep in. Evil does not win, guys. But the thing is, we just cannot give the power to evil, to the dark forces, to the devil. Understand that you are protected by God, your angels, the universe. You have that protection. You just have to acknowledge that, and you have to ask God. Maybe some of you guys need to ask for more protection. All right? Strong protective magic for the family and the home. Remember this. We have water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. See, I was talking about, you guys are water, and I did pick up on a Pisces, so look. Healing, guys. Renewal, rejuvenation. Some of you might need water therapy. Some of you may need to swim more or be out in bodies of water more or something like that. Walk by a body of water or sit by it and just meditate. I don't know. That may help you. And you guys are already water. Find what brings you ultimate fulfillment, that Ace of Cups. Look, this is why I said, oh my God, I said abracadabra, did I not? Abracadabra with wings. Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. See? That's coming with the energy of the magician here. This stuff will happen, Scorpio. When you take inspired action and you take the initiative, you have that willpower and to take action on things when God is telling you to do something. You can't give in to fear. You can't worry so much because the devil's keeping you from this. That's what I was saying. You have the magic already within you. It's an abracadabra. Poof, there it is. But you have to understand that about yourself, Scorpio, that you have what you need to make things happen, to make the life that you want a reality. Now, for that person who's being told to communicate, to go for it, to take action here, this is what Spirit wants you to know. You are protected, right? This is going to result in good fortune and lucky chances. This is your opportunity, Scorpio, for whoever this person is who's been told they need to communicate with someone or to take action, to do something. Bottom of the deck is love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. If you want to attract this true love here, Scorpio, you got to work on your healing. You have to understand that you're protected, but this is also talking about letting go and letting God. Leaving the 3D world and start moving towards living more of a 5D world. Yes, we live in a 3D world, but we do not have to be consumed by it. Your life completely changes when you're not so caught up in a 3D world. And I talked about my experience, and there's a whole bunch more I can talk about, but that's part of my journey. Okay. When I said you get to the 9 of Cups, you attract the 10 of Cups, the lover, the soulmate, the life partner, the divine counterpart. But you have to do your part first. And look, they want me to go back to the magician. And they said, look what's underneath it. What was I talking about, the Ace of Cups? You find this, everything will change. What ultimately fulfills you, the joy and happiness is found within again. And I talked about the healing, right? The Ace of Cups. And when you find the Ace of Cups, you get to the 9 of Cups. And what did I say about that? Then you attract the 10 of Cups. Let's see what's going on with your love situation. What is going on with Scorpio's love situation? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Friend zoned. Still friends, just friends. Someone likes someone else only as a friend, not relationship material. Okay. So some of you are dealing in a relationship where the person keeps acting a certain way, right? Not pleasant. And then they come into your life and then you hang out or do communicate or do stuff. And then they tell you, oh, we're just friends. Okay? We're just friends. And that's it. And you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. And then sometimes their words contradict their actions and all these other things. Or they drunk call you and they were like, oh my God, like, I need you, I want you, I miss you, I wish you were here type of thing. And then the next day it's like, hey, or some next month or whatever, hey, you want to go hang out? Sure. And then it's like, well, this is just a friend thing. And you're like, what? You don't text me at 3:00 in the morning saying that you wish I was there, and you say whatever. And then all of a sudden, a couple days later or the next month, you're like, oh no, we'll hang out, but we're just friends. Okay. That's for somebody here. Somebody keeps friend zoning you, or you keep friend zoning somebody else. And this has been a pattern, right? Some of you have this unhealthy obsession with this connection where this person keeps coming in and out of your life and they're playing mind games with you, like they're manipulating you to get them to contact them or to talk to them or to hang out with them or whatever this is. And then they leave. This is a impulsive person, someone who comes in when they want and leaves when they want. Nope. I know, I dealt with this. I dealt with that, okay? Friend zone every time. It's like, wait a minute, this does not make any sense. And then I took it upon myself. Nope, bye. Cut the person off. And I worked on my healing. And I worked my creativity, tapping into my divine feminine energies. I had to go from distorted feminine to divine feminine. So some of you keep getting friend zoned. If that's the case, you're definitely going to have to say something to this person. Be like, no, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Because look what's at the bottom of the deck. Team awesome. Healthy and open communication. Spending time together. Compatible on the same page. Yeah, some of you have to tell them open and healthy communication. Because I said there's poor communication here. I was talking about somebody's not saying something, not speaking their truth. So if you guys are dealing with this, you're going to have to say something to this person. It's exactly what I did with my counterpart. I said, I'm not dealing with this anymore. What did I say? I deserve more than some elusive friendship. That's what I said in my email. And I went my own merry way and I focused on myself. And everything changed drastically after that. So some of you need to communicate the truth here, especially if somebody keeps friend zoning you. Now, the person here who keeps getting the green light, keeps seeing the Knight of Swords, who knows that they need to communicate with someone and take action and make the magic happen and do what God's been telling you to do. You're going to confess to this person and kind of apologize. Spending time together. You or this person here is going to speak the truth now about why they kept friend zoning you. Like a lot of truths, a lot of confessions are going to come from this person, or you're going to be doing this, Scorpio. Depends. Take it how it resonates. You're now going to engage in healthy and open communication because either you or your person are not going to be dashing in and out of somebody's life anymore. Because you know that was not the right thing to do. Because you had fears. You were running away from the truth of the situation. Okay. Top of the deck is the other, an admirer from afar. There's a secret admirer here. Someone's going to say, I was watching you. This could be the spy card. Now I'm getting it. Social media, spying on you, watching you, or you're watching them. and they're admiring you from afar, and then they were just like, the desire for you grew stronger. But what happened was that before, they had a lot of lust for you, Scorpio, or you had a lot of lust for them, and now it's changed. Like the love that you have a strong desire for them because the emotions are so strong. It's like the magnetic force is too much. You have to communicate this out. But for those of you who've gone through the healing process and have ascended, you've overcome these addictions and obsessions. You've overcome the lusting and the fears and all that stuff that comes with the devil. And you're going to communicate to this person that you have loved them from afar, or you were going to tell them, I had to stay away from you because I was lusting after you and I knew that was wrong. So see that when we get ghosted, or somebody comes in and out, it's because in some cases there's lust there, and we don't want to be with somebody who's lusting after us, right? That's devil energy. That's dark stuff. Okay. So maybe this person was getting away from you because all they felt was lust for you, and they knew it was wrong, and they didn't know how to tell you, so they jettisoned out. All right. That's for somebody here. So let's see, what are we going to do now? We're now going to see what the full moon in Virgo is bringing you. What is the full moon in Virgo bringing Scorpio? Oops. I'm grabbing the altar cloth here. Alrighty. What's the full moon in Virgo bringing Scorpio? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you very much. Oh my God. Work through your fears. Cancer got the same thing, but at the bottom of the deck. The new moon in Scorpio. Look, it's you. Some of you kind of fear. There's a lot of fear here. Let's see. New moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic right here. You already have the magic within you, Scorpio. It can also herald the start of a sexier time. If you've been experiencing something of a drought and emotion... What? It can also herald the start of a sexier time. If you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Have some sexy time. Time to let go of a grudge you're holding. Move on from jealousy. Stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid? Make an investment. Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth, magic and shamans. Its energy is a little bit dark, occult, even scary. Not all of us like to face the shadow, but Scorpio demands it. In fact, it's through working through your dark side that you can get into the light. And the new moon in Scorpio suggests you need to do that now. You hear that, Scorpio? Now? Look what's at the bottom of the deck. We have a new start is coming with another new moon. This full moon in Virgo is going to be shifting a lot of things for a lot of people. These are huge, drastic changes, huge shifts, okay? Full moons are about endings so that something can begin, releasing things that don't serve us and start incorporating new things that do serve us. And the new moon in Scorpio card talked about there's a new start ahead, okay? And you now have a new start is coming at the bottom of the deck with just the new moon. So we're going to read that too. If I can find it. Where the heck is the new moon? Number 24. That's right. It's the first one in the book. Okay. There is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed, and you are on a target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a newer, better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. I'll see it when I believe it. A new start is on its way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. Forget about the past. Nine of Cups and Magician. That's totally your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. You've been manifesting whatever this is for some of you. Forget about the past, Scorpio. The new moon marks the start of the waxing cycle and the midpoint of the dark moon. It's a dark and veiled time where the moon is invisible and a time of rebirth. Again, that's you with the death and rebirth, Scorpio. It's a time that witches do their work, making wishes and laying down intentions for the new cycle. An intensely magical time when it's easier to pierce the veil to other worlds. There's the magic again. Huge new start, drastic changes. Just go with it. Abracadabra with wings. There's good fortune and lucky chances here. Don't sabotage it. Just go with the flow. But release those fears. Whatever this devil is, guys, let that go. Again, Hangman, surrender. Let go, let God. Just let go of it. A lot of people are going to be pushed out of these 3D world paradigms, and there's going to be a paradigm shift into where they need to be. Okay? Just surrender. Just go with it. Top of the deck. The energy is gaining momentum. See, this full moon is going to be changing things for a lot of us. It's the start. If it doesn't happen right away, again, the energy is gaining momentum. It's a buildup to it, but there's going to be changes for practically everybody in some capacity. Okay? All right, Scorpio, if you would like a personal reading with me or a live coaching session, check out the description box below. If you would like to join me in my Reintegrating the Divine Masculine class, it's going to help you move from distorted masculine to divine masculine so that you can really be in control of what you are able to control and have that power within you to achieve your goals and to be successful and to not second guess yourself and to take action when God tells you to take action. And to be that leader and not be afraid of that. But like the true leader here, not some sort of, I don't know why they're telling me evil leader, because I'm hearing Darth Vader. I don't know why, but that's kind of strange. Anyway, that class is really going to help you get away from being tied to the material world. All right? Again, going from distorted masculine to divine masculine. If you're interested in that, check out the description box below on information. And when you click on the link, you can choose which class you would like to book. You will get a Zoom link and whatever information you need. If you have any questions about that class, please let me know. Send me an email. Contact me through my website, capellawellness.com, whatever it is you feel comfortable with. If you have any questions about this reading or anything in general, please don't hesitate to contact me, all right? Okay, Scorpio, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness. Starring out.